In this video, we are taking an honest, detailed breakdown of Amazon Music Unlimited. Not just the marketing pitch, but what it actually includes, what it costs, how it compares to services like Spotify and Apple Music, and where it might not be the right fit for you. If you're an Amazon shopper or Prime member trying to figure out whether this is worth adding to your monthly spending, this video should give you everything you need to make that decision. Let's break it down. But wait. Before we continue, I want you to know that there's a link down in the video description, and it's also pinned as the first comment below this video where you can learn more about Amazon Music Unlimited or sign up for it. Okay, that out of the way, let's get into it. First, let's clear up something that trips a lot of people up. Amazon Music Unlimited is not the same thing as Prime Music. Prime Music is the smaller, ad-free music library that's already included for free with an Amazon Prime membership. Amazon Music Unlimited is a separate, paid subscription on top of that, and it unlocks the full catalog of tens of millions of songs, along with some additional features Prime Music doesn't include. So if you're already a Prime member enjoying Prime Music, just know that Music Unlimited is an upgrade, not something you already have. There's also a third option worth mentioning, which is Amazon Music Free. This is an ad-supported tier available to anyone with an Amazon account, even without a Prime membership. It gives you access to a limited catalog and mostly shuffle-based, playlist-style listening, similar to the free tier you might be used to from other music apps. It's a decent way to test the waters, but it's noticeably more limited than the paid tier. Now let's talk about what you actually get with Amazon Music Unlimited. You get access to a massive catalog, generally cited at around 100 million songs, along with a large library of podcasts included at no extra cost. You get on-demand playback, meaning you can pick exactly the song you want to hear instead of relying on shuffle. You also get offline downloads, so you can save music to your device and listen without using data or needing an internet connection, which is great for travel or areas with spotty service. Audio quality is actually one of the strongest selling points here. Amazon Music Unlimited includes high definition and Ultra HD audio quality at no additional cost, which is something competitors have historically charged extra for or simply didn't offer. If you've got decent headphones or a good sound system, this is a genuinely noticeable upgrade in sound quality compared to standard streaming audio. It also supports spatial audio formats on select tracks and devices, which creates a more immersive, three-dimensional listening experience. This is especially relevant if you're using it through newer Echo devices or headphones that support the format. Let's talk pricing, because this is where things get a little more nuanced, and I want to walk through it carefully. If you're already an Amazon Prime member, you get a discounted rate on Amazon Music Unlimited compared to non-Prime users. If you're not a Prime member, you pay a higher standard monthly rate for the same service. There's also a single device plan, which is a cheaper option, but it locks your listening to just one specific Echo or Fire TV device rather than letting you use the app across your phone, computer, and other devices. And if you've got a household with multiple people who want their own individual accounts and preferences, there's a family plan option that covers multiple users under one subscription for a higher monthly price than the individual plan, but generally cheaper than paying for separate accounts. Amazon also regularly offers free trial periods for Music Unlimited, so you can test out the full catalog and audio quality before committing to paying anything. Now let's get into how it actually compares to the two biggest competitors, Spotify and Apple Music, because that's probably the comparison most of you actually care about. In terms of raw catalog size, all three services are fairly comparable at this point, so you're unlikely to run into major gaps in what's available, regardless of which one you choose. Where Amazon Music Unlimited pulls ahead is audio quality included at no extra cost, since Spotify has historically been slower to roll out lossless audio compared to Amazon and Apple. Where it tends to fall behind is discovery and playlist curation. Spotify in particular has built a strong reputation for personalized playlists and recommendation algorithms that a lot of longtime users genuinely prefer, and some listeners find Amazon's recommendation engine and playlist curation feel a bit less refined by comparison. Another factor worth mentioning, honestly, if you're deeply embedded in the Spotify or Apple ecosystem already, with saved playlists, social features, or Apple device integration, switching over means rebuilding some of that from scratch. And that friction is worth considering before you jump ship just for the pricing or audio quality difference. Where Amazon Music Unlimited does have a clear advantage is if you already own Echo Smart speakers or use Alexa regularly. The integration is deep and seamless, voice commands work smoothly, and if you're already living in the Amazon ecosystem with Prime shipping and Echo devices around your house, adding Music Unlimited just fits naturally into what you're already using, and the discounted Prime member pricing makes it more competitive on cost, too. Let's talk about podcasts for a second, since this is included and sometimes overlooked. Amazon Music Unlimited includes access to a large library of podcasts at no additional cost, ad-free in many cases, which is a nice bonus if you listen to a lot of shows and don't want to jump between separate apps for music and podcasts. Now, let's get into the honest downsides, because I promised you an honest review, not just a feature list. The mobile app and desktop experience, while functional, has been criticized by some longtime users as feeling less polished compared to Spotify's interface, particularly around browsing and discovering new music organically rather than searching for something specific. The playlist and recommendation algorithm, while improving over time, still generally isn't considered as strong as Spotify's for people who rely heavily on personalized discovery features like algorithmic mixes and daily recommendations. And if you're not already a Prime member, the non-discounted price is fairly comparable to competitors, so the value proposition mainly shines through when you're already paying for Prime and get that discounted rate. So, is Amazon Music Unlimited actually worth it? Here's the honest answer. If you're already a Prime member, the discounted price combined with included high-definition audio quality makes this a genuinely strong value, especially if you use Echo devices around your home. If you're not a Prime member and you're deeply happy with your current music service, especially if you value strong playlist discovery, there may not be a compelling reason to switch. But if audio quality is a priority for you, or you're already inside the Amazon ecosystem, it's absolutely worth trying out during a free trial period to see how it fits your listening habits. If you've been curious about trying it, now's a good time to check it out for yourself. Like I mentioned at the start, there's a link to Amazon Music Unlimited in the video description and pinned as the first comment below this video, so you can learn more or sign up in just a couple of clicks. If this video gave you a clearer, honest picture of Amazon Music Unlimited, do me a favor and hit that like button, drop a comment letting me know what music service you're currently using, and subscribe if you're new here because I've got more videos coming that'll help you get the most value out of your Amazon Prime membership. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.